I'd like to ask Mitch Bienvenue from the SBDC to come up and do a little presentation. Mitch is a great partner of the Chamber in all of our villages. One of our groups that meets on the first and third Friday of each month. Mitch comes in on a quarterly basis and gives us updates on what's going on with the SBDC and some of the other agencies that we partner with well. So Mitch, come on up.
The information I'm going to share with you is going to be posted on the GLMV website. So I am with the Small Business Development and International Trade Center. We've been at College of Lake County for about 38 years now. And we do a lot of things, but the thing I want to focus on now and tell you about is that we've been trying our best to keep an eye on what's going on in the small business community and try and make sure everybody knows about the resources that are available to address, the challenges that are out there. There certainly are with COVID. There's challenges, but there's also opportunities. And it feels a lot like we're not in control, but we're not powerless. Okay, a lot of bad things have happened, but we're not powerless. And there are points of influence and things that we should be paying attention to. And so, please know this stuff yourself and pass it along to other small business owners who may not know about this stuff. So I'm going to highlight a couple of things. We talked about the fact that employee attraction and retention is tough. Staffing, it's the #1 issue among small businesses right now. Supply chain is second, okay? There's not as much we can do about supply chain as we can do about staffing. There's one of those points where you have a little bit of influence. So we put together a workshop series. It's 7 45-minute workshops that address employee attraction and retention. So things small business owners can do to do a better job of getting the right people and keeping them, okay? Another thing we're doing is called quarterly updates. So we invite the SBA, Small Business Administration, Department of Commerce and Economic Opportunity, the IRS, and an organization called the SBAC, which is the Small Business Advocacy Council. We get them together once a quarter, and they tell us about all the stuff small businesses should know about. So that information will be made available to you. Small businesses don't often have human resource functions, right? But that doesn't mean they don't have human resource issues. And so we have advisors who have expertise in this area that you can call on at any time at no cost. And by the way, I didn't say this before, we're grant funded, so we don't charge for anything that we do. All the stuff I'm talking about is free. And so take advantage of it. So we have HR expertise that you can rely upon. We talked about the fact that to some degree, certain kinds of businesses didn't get the funding that they needed over the last couple of years, and that certainly was the case. What we're trying to do is get down to the root cause of why is that. And to some degree, it's things like, well, some businesses aren't prepared to provide the requisite financial documentation to get a loan, or their credit score isn't good enough. And so we're putting on workshops on how to establish and improve your business credit. We're putting workshops on basic record keeping so that the next time this happens, these businesses are more prepared to do that. So that's one thing. Here's something that Scott and I talked about this, I don't know, maybe a month ago, and it surprised me. I didn't know it was a thing, but it is a thing, and I want to make sure people know about this. So Illinois, the state of Illinois now has a program called the Illinois Secure Choice Retirement Savings Program, which requires that all small businesses either provide a retirement program for their employees, or they point their employees to the state's program, which is called the Secure Choice Retirement Program. And it's a requirement. It's not an option, right? And I don't know how the state's going to put teeth in this, but they say they are. So the deadline to deal with this for small businesses for 25 employees or more already passed. 16 to 24 employees is November 1st of this year, and companies with 5 to 15 employees, it's November 1st of 2023. So more to come as we learn about that, but there is a website to go to, and you can access it by checking out my presentation on the GLMV website. One other thing I'll mention is related to the staffing issue. There's a proposal out there that the Small Business Advocacy Council is trying to move forward, and it's called the Safer Communities and Small Business Act. And what it does is it encourages businesses by giving them grants and wage subsidies to hire people who are formerly incarcerated. We have a staffing shortage right now. people with criminal records have a tough time getting a job. This program incentivizes small business to use those folks, so look at that. And then last thing I'll talk about and close is there's still a program called the Employee Retention Tax Credit Program. Anybody heard of that one? Employee Retention Tax Credit. I see some shaking heads, but I found that there's a lot of people who don't know about this, which is why I bring it up. So a small business who's experienced a 20% decline, at least 20% decline per quarter for calendar year 2021, is eligible for tax credits of up to $7,000 per employee per quarter. So that's $28,000 per employee per year. That's a lot of money. And if you're eligible for that, you should check into it. And again, the link will be in my presentation that's on the website. So that's my thing. That's my, I'm 6 minutes over, but we'll end it there. And thanks for the time, folks. I appreciate it.
Well, thank you. I do want to make one small correction. We did miss somebody that's on our board of directors and who's actually our secretary of the board, and that's Dr. Mike Hartlett. Mike, our apologies for that. Mike's also one of our gold medal, or one of our gold members as well, and as a board member, he's been a board member for the last couple of years. So Mike, sorry about that, we just missed that. But again, I want to thank everybody for being here today. I want to thank White Deer Run for being the host of this event. I want to thank our mayors particularly for taking time out of their busy days, and Mitch, always, you're a great partner for us. We appreciate that. And Carol and Vera, thanks for helping putting this all together for us. But, you know, I will reiterate this again, and I tell all of our groups this, that, you know, the main purpose of the chamber is to be your support group. So if there's anything we can do on a marketing side, or if you need information about stuff, you know, if I don't have the answer, I'm sure Mitch does, so I go to Mitch all the time. But that's our main goal, to make sure that you guys keep your businesses vital and support our villages. And anything that you guys have that you want to come forward, you know, I'm always in the office, just give me a holler. So again, thank you for being here today, and have a great afternoon. I hope you're playing golf.